But I want to say something, Squiddy, that we're gonna have to look seriously, though. The debating commission gonna have to look seriously at reforming the structure of these debates.
Yeah, and the time.
Because yes, because when you listen to the questions that came out of this debate, most of them were very negatively skewed towards the government and the JLP. For example, when questions are asked, they're not prefaced with, I'm just giving you an example. It's not prefaced like to say, okay, so JLP, the unemployment rate is at 3.3%. Um, what do you plan on doing if you form the next government to lower this unemployment rate even further? It's not prefaced that way. How the questions are framed, they are framed in such a way to give the impression that the government is actually failing.
Oh,
And
Dexter, correction, Dexter. What question was faced exactly like that? The British guy, he asked the question of the crime rate, the poverty
Who is that
rate,
guy
and
anyway?
but he deflected.
that's Alan,
He
he's from
didn't.
the OUR today. Mhm.
Yeah, but when Julian deflected horribly and didn't answer the question, but it was phased exactly as what you said.
Yeah, but that was just one question out of the many, and that particular question was asked to the PNP. But I'm just saying that they're gonna have to look at how they structure these questions, and the questioners will have to pay attention to that.
Okay.
Squiddy, another disappointing thing is that the PNP came up with this flagship idea of a 3.5 threshold. I don't know if anybody came away with how that 3.5 million dollar threshold will be financed, because I didn't hear an answer from the
Bogus.
PNP.
Bogus.
Yeah, it was all bogus. I didn't
Yep.
hear I didn't hear an answer from the PNP. Um, as far as I'm concerned, is that Julian Robinson just went off. Um, he made no mention of this organic growth that they kept talking about, and he went on in a shouting tirade against the government. But you know what? I'm gonna say this finally and land here is that the substance that the JLP came with tonight. Um, People are gonna have to sit down and look. Do you want substance or do you want optics? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, is that the PNP came with the optics tonight. We saw it, you know, but the substance was more on the JLP side, and I think it's gonna move the needle for the undecided voters in that regard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even this point at Dexton, when them asked about the GLP tax break, it cost 145 billion. The lady come in and tell them, say, no, it was only like maybe 20 something billion or 30
Yeah, it
something
was
billion.
20 something billion. Yes.
And them say
Yes.
145 billion.
Yeah.
See how they
Yeah,
lie.
because
But
yeah,
people like
because
them tell.
on the PNP side, it was a lot of misinformation and things that were not
Yes,
factual. And that's
exactly.
I think they go to the debate with this intention to spread propaganda and misinformation. They're not really there to debate. They're there to throw out red meat to the base, and then for the base to run with it and carry it on platforms like these, and in communities, because if you notice, they kept deflecting from the questions, the real questions. How can you have an economic debate, but we're not hearing you fleshing out how you are gonna finance your flagship proposal of 3.5 million threshold? You should tell us. And the questioners should hold their feet to the fire in telling us, not the JLP, because the JLP has the job. You want the job. So the burden should be more on you to tell us what you're gonna do. And you're coming with a proposal that will cost 60 to 70 billion dollars. They should be asked how they're going to finance it, and if they don't answer, the questioner should have a follow-up question to say, listen, well, we didn't hear what how the financing was gonna go. So I'm gonna repose my question to you. And Julian Robinson was just allowed instead just to rant, he just pretty much rant, attack the JLP. He was saying people were suffering, and he went off talking in generalities almost, and not um dealing specifically with the questions that were asked, you know. But I think the whole structure of the debate has to be recrafted. I think they have to give more autonomy to, especially the moderator, to say, listen, um, you didn't really answer the question, but or even a question. I don't know how they do it, but because it is about eliciting information for the public, and not is and people are saying people win a debate on optics. You can't win a debate on optics. You should win a debate on substantial answers. So it's I'm very proud of this JLP team, and people are making a criticism of the Minister of Finance. Everybody knows that Favor is not a quick speaker. She's a very deliberate speaker. So I wouldn't expect Favor to win any debate against anybody.
Yeah.
Uh, Given that she has to answer a question in 90 seconds.
You need
Yeah,
more
yeah, she's not gonna do that. But when it comes on to studying the books and looking at economic policies and making economic decisions, she's very good. I wouldn't trade her for a Julian Robinson, right? But did you hear Squiddy how he dealt with the question about that's Julian Robinson now? How he dealt with the question about giving raise to teachers. The young lady asked him what raise would he give to them. He didn't even answer the question. You know what he went
No.
for? He went for the fiscal policy framework and quoted from it. The fiscal policy framework says that you can't go above 90%, 9%, because if you go above 90%, you risk derailing the economy. It goes out of fiscal
basic.
discipline.
Send a request a basic, so you want to talk
So
something.
so he didn't even answer that question. And to criticize, and this is what I don't understand, and I keep saying that PNP don't respect the people, because he keeps criticizing the minister
Yeah.
for putting on the table a 0% offer to the teachers. Now negotiations have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not a final offer. We start somewhere. You come with 4% squitty, and I'm starting at zero. And then we negotiate from there. That's how negotiations work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I land there for now.
Yes.
I want to play quickly
Yeah.
something that you guys could hear on What's on My Mind with Cliff Hughes this morning, and a very brilliant piece that I picked up. And I want you guys to listen to this quickly.
Yes, because I think Chevron did a damn good job
Listen to this.
in tracing back, the timelines that led to us hearing now from the PNP an income tax threshold of $3.5 million. Listeners, elections are upon us, and as expected, promises, and more promises. This in itself is not unusual, for as the two political parties vie for control of Gordon House in a race that is quickly shaping up to be decided within the margins, in this kind of fierce competition, there will be a certain escalation in rhetoric. Well, cometh the man, cometh the hour, and Mark Golding, most likely noticing the tightening race, decided to pull from his opponent's previous playbook and announce an increase in the income tax threshold of $3.5 million. Now, listeners, the irony is not lost on me on the reversal of positions, where it's the PNP insisting their proposal is not reckless, while the JLP is demanding answers as to how it should be funded. But that's not the focus of my concerns this morning. The fiscal prudence of this measure undoubtedly will be the topic of discussion for some time leading up to the elections, and I'll leave it to others to argue the merits or lack thereof. But a recent quote I've been ruminating on as part of my own self-reflection and improvement is, and I quote, "How you do something is how you do everything." I think that line very easily surmises the current People's National Party and its president, Mark Golding. Let's reflect on Mr. Golding's constant back and forth with this matter of the income tax threshold. It started as far back as 2023, when Mr. Golding first put forward calls for the threshold to be adjusted, vowing that a future PNP government would ensure it was done. However, cometh the hour and the man was missing, when called upon to present a clear proposal as to how this would be accomplished. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark roundly mocked Mr. Golding for his failure to follow through during the budget debates of that year. It's of that year.
Madam Speaker, that is what happens when you have an opposition that makes a habit of unprincipled position. The expectations of them will always lead to disappointment. Because, Madam Speaker, when I explained that this move would cost nearly over $45 billion, all you could hear was silence. Mouth zip, not a peep. The opposition leader spoke for 2 hours and not one word about how he would fund an increase in the income tax threshold that cost over $45 billion. It seems to be the case, Madam Speaker, it seemed to me and to a reasonable person that this was a cynical ploy to get the attention of Jamaicans without any idea about how to sustain or finance it. They did not even know the cost.
This is particularly odd considering, according to Mr. Golding, a month before, suggesting to the Jamaican people this had all been worked out.
I've already said that I think there's a justification for the threshold being increased. We had proposed it in my presentation to our annual conference that it should be increased to $3 million to adjust for the inflation that has transpired since 2016 and to preserve the value of the benefit of the threshold that was then imposed, plus a buffer for some future inflation which is ongoing. We have our own plan as to how we'd finance this, but the government are in power and they need to say how they are going to finance it.
Fast forward to 2025, and when again called on to provide concrete funding arrangements for his proposal, Mr. Golding, he again waffled. Despite putting forward a raft of proposals for their budget debate presentations earlier in March, this matter of the income tax threshold was decidedly absent from the opposition's plans to rescue Jamaica. Days later, Mr. Golding went further to say that he felt the current planned increases already put forward by the government were, in his opinion, appropriate. His own proposal was now under review and at the time effectively shelved.
Well, it's under review. At this time, there have been some increases in the threshold, and we've seen the costings of it. Some of these things, when you don't have access to all of the information that the government has with the Ministry of Finance and literally a few thousand technocrats supporting their work. We don't have access to that. So we're anticipating further increases over time, but that's not part of the presentation that we made because it's already underway, and we are comfortable with that, but we'll keep it under review.
Now, a few months later, and today we have not only 3 million, but 3.5 million.
Now I hear the Labourites are talking about adjusting the rate of income tax, but that is going to benefit those who are very, very wealthy more than it will benefit those who are less wealthy, because the rate, once reduced for them, means that they will be paying less tax because they're earning more to begin with. We are going to deal with that matter in a way that benefits those who need it most. Under the PNP government that is to come, we will be increasing the tax threshold so that persons who currently pay tax at 25%, if they are earning up to $3.5 million a year, they will be paying tax at 0% under the next PNP government. We'll be raising the threshold to give them a tax-free income.
But additional clarity as to the implementation of that proposal would come a day later via opposition spokesman Julian Robinson. He sought to make it clear that this proposal was not likely to be implemented upon the PNP forming the next government, but may take some more time.
Well, we're currently in the middle of a budget year, and I would say the new fiscal year would start April 1st. And so the commitments that have been made would commence certainly in relation to the tax threshold at that time. We may make adjustments, and we may have to do supplementary budgets in terms of how you move expenditures within the current band, as has been done in the past.
And as I said, listeners, how you do one thing is how you do everything. This clarification is no different than the PNP's approach to the rural school bus program, which has been a rolling target of continued clarifications. There's also the increase in salaries for politicians, GCT on imported foods, increasing the length of school days, even Mark Golding's own response to concerns over his British citizenship, and the list could go on. It's actually harder to find a statement or utterance by the current slate of PNP spokespersons that did not require clarity within 24 to 48 hours of being placed in the public record. Even the PNP's newfound commitment to fiscal prudence may require future clarity. Just last week, a junior spokesman on finance, Cleveland Tomlinson, made heavy weather of the debt reduction and the benefits that will accrue from the nation sticking to the fiscal guidelines.
So when I hear them talking about we have brought down the debt, as if it's an ingenuity on their part, as if they are some economic genius because they have been able to bring down the debt, what they should tell the people is that they were legally forced to do it because of the law that the People's National Party put in place in 2014. So when the debt reaches 60% of GDP, per the fiscal rules, we'll be able to relax or reduce the primary balance. And when you reduce the primary balance, it simply creates more fiscal space for the government. And through the creation of that fiscal space, we'll have more revenue room to finance our programs.
It's a shame he failed to bring this very important fact to the attention of his party leader back in 2022 when he chided the government of being too slavish to fiscal rules when the people needed more.
I would support additional expenditures of up to 2% of GDP to address the critical needs facing the society. That's about $40 billion. It is time to focus on helping our people. It is not the time for excessive fiscal conservatism.
It's interesting to hear now that the rapid reduction of the debt, according to Mr. Tomlinson, will allow the government of his party to accomplish so much more. This while forgetting that his party has repeatedly called on the government to stop this obsession with debt reduction and focus elsewhere. So, if this is how the opposition does something, is this how you would want a government to do everything? Listeners, this is not about the merit or demerit of increasing the income tax threshold. This isn't even about the ability to fund the measure. This is about a government supposedly in waiting being able to be taken at its word. As a government, your policy utterances affects markets, and it affects what ordinary people do in terms of their planning. And as I said, listeners, how you do something is how you do everything. It then becomes a question for voters as to whether you trust the opposition-turned government not to require clarity at every turn. However, the government has fallen into the same trap. After lambasting the opposition for failing to provide proper costing for their manifesto promises, the Holness administration released its own manifesto without any notion of costing its programs. This is even more egregious due to no timelines for implementing the personal income tax rate reduction of 10 percentage points being provided. While the caveat has been given that this will be phased in as resources allow, the lack of concrete information is simply unacceptable. Both political parties are falling into old, well-worn paths of vague promises with lack of proper substance. That's what's on my mind.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant. Siobhan Campbell.
Yeah. Look who you're from, Chip, and who you're from, Tari. Chipmunk. Chip.
What I love, Scooty.
Yes, I.
Scooty, see, you have first thing, you have some people down in your box where you need to get rid of, like that one named humility.
Go and talk it out, me take care of it.
Yeah, what me I say, you ask about the score. My score for the debate, 9 points for JLP, and PNP, I give them 0.000. I don't know if that figure they can work for them.
If you tap up the screen, people, on the live and not tap
basically, Basically, when me see them a day in the debate, you know, Spitty, each time somebody asks them a question, them a use a question and answer the question them. And I know them can't come with no form of solid grounds or fact or what them plan for do for the country. All them a do a trace, brother. I'm gonna do tough well, try them perform good.
Yeah.
All of them perform well. You see me? So, when I give PNP them no points. 0.00.
All right. You done this, sir?
Yeah, man, I can't make Tara or somebody else.
Yeah, let me.
Go on, Tara.
Yeah. Yes, Tara, step up. Tara.
Yes, Scritty. Good night. I'm there. Turn on the mic. Good night, Scritty. Chip, good night. Clive, Dexter, Inspiration, Gustav.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessing Star. I love your speech earlier on over neighbor.
Oh, yes. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yes. Listeners, good night.
Yeah.
Good night. All right. Cool. The debate. The economic debate, which in my opinion was not an economic debate. That sounded more like that sounded like the part 2 to the social debate with little stuff about the market in it. That's just me, maybe, but I don't know. But let me just state, however, that I did enjoy the debate. A bit disappointed that there weren't more figures. A bit disappointed that there weren't necessarily more so authoritative sources in terms of whether it wants to be news sources, whether it wants to be things from the budget, whether it wants to be making reference to stuff that would have been said in budget speeches. Bit disappointed that was not there. And I know persons are gonna say that the time is limited, as in the 1 minute 30 seconds or the 45 minutes. But in saying that, Matthew Samuda was able on Saturday to rebut the PNP and refute the PNP, as well as quoting various acts. You look at the Natural Resources and Conservation Act, the NRCA Act that he spoke about. He referred back to the plastic ban. He referred back to the Beach Control Act and all of these other things. I think a lot of these things needed to be referenced in the debate, and they were not referenced. Outside of that, though, I am glad that for the most part, the JLP stood on, like a socio-economic debate review, correct. For the most part, though, the JLP stood on substance. And that's what I like. That's what I like with the Jamaica Labour Party. We stood on substance. We had our jobs here and there, but the debate was mainly substance as it related to whether it wanted to be the income tax threshold, whether it wanted to be this public sector wage negotiations, whatever it was, the substance was generally there. What I will say, however, is that for Team PMP, I'm disappointed in the fact to know that in as much as they were answering the questions, it would have been overshadowed by their constant shouting, their constant lack of composure, their constant arrogance. I could say it just was not compelling for me. In as much as Kisha Anderson, treasurer for the PNP, and I'm going a bit into the individual aspects. But as much as she was saying some things to me that made sense, and she sounded like she knew her thing, it was drowned out, literally, by the behavior of the People's National Party tonight. And I always say this in a debate: no matter how hard the debate gets, no matter how heated it gets, never under any circumstance resort to personal attacks or resort to trying to be the loudest, or never under any circumstance resort to that. In a debate, you don't increase your volume, you don't get louder, you improve your argument. Yeah? Persons, the only reason you have to be loud in a debate is quite literally because you know that your argument makes zero sense. But guess what? We are an emotion-filled society. So if you shout, quote unquote, well, not even quote unquote, if you shout in the debate, because we are Jamaicans, we are going to take it as quote unquote conviction and assertion. But let me tell you something. You see, Matthew Samuda last Saturday, that is what you call conviction and assertion. His tone of voice, his confidence, his articulation, everything about him resonated and basically reflected what conviction and assertion are supposed to be about. It's not about shouting. And I fear that many Jamaicans will mishighlight Julian Robinson shouting as conviction or assertion. I fear that because we are an emotion-filled society. But let me just go to the individuals though. I start with Dana Morris Dixon. I believe she's a former bank manager, former bank executive. She knows her things when it comes to economics. And I would say that I was somewhat a bit surprised in a sense in terms of hearing her speak on other aspects. It's clear that, I mean, yes, I know that she has an economics background. Yes, I do. But because most persons only see her in the education portfolio light, then maybe it was a bit shocking for some. Not necessarily shocking for me, but surprised at one or two instances. But she held the fort in terms of regurgitating and reinforcing what the JLP has done, what we will do. And she basically created that bridge in terms of what we have done and what we will do in the third term. That was Dana. Faval. Now, for me, I will say Faval had substance, and I love Faval. Faval knows what she's doing. Faval literally went to university to do economics and to do finance, business. She has, quite literally, this is her field. And people will say that, you know, she didn't necessarily have the conviction or the assertion, which I will say is true, and I feel that that would have hurted her in this moment. In as much as she had the substance, and yes, you can listen to her, get the substance and reel through it, listen through it and feel it out and whatever, and get the information that you need to get. Yes, Wharton School of Business, thank you so much. Listen, I don't remember the name, you know, you guys have to see with me on these things. Wharton is like the Harvard of finance, pretty much. Wharton is the Harvard University for Finance, quite literally, right? But one of the things you have to recognize though is that, remember I told you, Squitty and listeners, Jamaica is an emotion-filled society. So in as much as you have your facts, there must be a level of conviction or assertion behind it. And because persons have a certain view of Faval in their heads already, a preconceived notion of Faval, that she's weak and she just talks soft and whatever, and she sounds like a lullaby. Whatever she would have been saying that makes sense wouldn't have gotten through to that person, because that person would have then essentially have a psychological barrier to communication, and that psychological barrier to communication is the preconceived notion that they have of Faval Williams in their mind. Yeah, pretty much. So Personally, I would have wished for more confidence from Favor, really, more assertion. Yes, a finance minister is supposed to seem steady and composed and calm, but I think she took that to the extreme tonight, to the point where whatever she was saying, it was basically just zoned out by some, not by me, but by some. Now, Dr. Christoph Dunn, he's a marketer. Um, Christoph Dunn for me was that balance between speaking about what we were doing and quite literally doing a double whammy on both for both Julian and Peter Bunting. Yeah, pretty much. That was Christoph Dunn for me. Christoph Dunn during the debate, I must say there was reinforcement of policy and what has been done and what will be done. I saw that a lot, and the rebuttals were nothing short of excellent. What I will say, however, is I do agree with Navi when she said that I would have wished that they did address the Cornwall Regional Hospital issue. I don't know how that fly past them. Additionally, Julian Robinson spoke about fiscal responsibility. I think he just referenced it at one point on saying it was under the PNP. That should have been rebutted as well, because people need to understand that the fiscal responsibility framework was created in 2010 under Bruce Golding. It is from the fiscal responsibility framework, which is why we can say we have all of these economic achievements. Without the fiscal responsibility framework, we literally cannot say we have any of these achievements. Quite literally. Yeah. So I think that should have been rebutted as well. And as I said, I would have wished for more numbers, really. It's an economic debate. But clearly the JLP came prepared to answer questions. Side PNP, let's start with Peter Bunting. Peter Bunting, for me, he seemed a bit steady to begin with, but after Dr. Tufton took jabs at him, Peter Bunting basically lost his mind. Yes, and I'm gonna say lost his mind. Especially when it related to FinSac and crime. You see those two issues right there? FinSac and crime. Peter Bunting clearly lost his cool. Chris, I don't know what I know what Dr. Tufton said, but clearly it struck a nerve. Step on him card, pretty much. Yeah, man, him step on him card. Believe. Step on the man fender. You understand? But
Man, yes, turn away, man.
yeah, man, him turn
In
him
the
get
guy-
him
Are the
feel away.
Man, I
And
check
it
him
was
up.
from that that I basically just lost off of Peter Bunting. Like, not saying that me never lose off him before, but basically from that and how he dealt with all of that, pretty much. And even in the debate, as a matter of fact, I believe there was a question where the public sector wages were concerned, and the response that Peter Bunting gave was basically agreeing with what Favor had said. And if I do recall, there was another question that came after I believe it was the second break. Instead of Peter Bunting to answer the question, he decided to say, I just want to address something that Dr. Tufton said before the break. And he went on to address crime, which I believe was a weak point for him, much less. Anyways, so clearly Mr. Bunting showed his hand tonight. Kisha Anderson, the least known out of all the PNP candidates, not candidates, debaters. Kisha is a treasure of the PNP. I didn't expect much from her, but when I did listen to her, she did sound as if she knew what she was speaking about. To be honest, not even as if she did know what she was speaking about at the start, at least. But as soon as the middle of the debate came, and by the time Peter Bunting and Julian would have lost their cool, Kisha quite literally just joined them. Literally. So in as much as I found what she was saying before to be reasonable, by the time Bunting did his foolishness and Julian decided to be arrogant, Kisha basically came off track. And then Julian, as I said before, was shouting. He was arrogant. And I said before, shouting does not equate to conviction. And I would have said it earlier, really, but I'm going to say it again. In any debate, behavior is key. Behavior is key. Matter of fact, before I even go back on that behavior point, there was even the question about carrying back things from overseas where the duties are concerned, and Kisha was answering with remittances when that was quite literally a logistics question. Anyways, right, but going back to behavior though, I am always firm on behavior in a debate. And for me personally, you have to know your audience. You have to know your audience. If you're going to constantly be arrogant and you're shouting in a debate and you decide to personally attack people saying, oh, I don't understand how the Minister of Education say how she didn't know this. Or I said you're like Julian and you're shouting. Or you're like Peter Bunting who decides to let his emotions get the better of him. Then you have quite literally lost the debate in the sense of catering to your audience. I think one thing the People's National Party has to understand is this. You're not just speaking to your supporters. You're speaking to every single Jamaican who's watching this on the platform. Every single Jamaican. And because you are speaking to every single Jamaican, you must ensure that what you are saying is not only factual, but comes across in the correct manner. You have to be mindful of how you say things. Because I was listening to even some persons about Raymond last night, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Raymond was even part of the reason why I didn't even say that the PNP won. Because quite frankly speaking, Raymond's snarky behavior last Saturday rubbed me the wrong way. And I think what the People's National Party needs to understand is that when you continue with this behavior, it turns off people. It turns off people. And then when it turns off people, persons don't want to listen to you. They don't want to listen to your response. Because they already have this preconceived notion, as I spoke about, in their mind. That listen, all the PNP is going to do is shout and divert the question. So they don't want to listen to you. Yes? So the behavior of the PNP today quite literally overshadowed anything that they were saying. Which is why I say today, in this moment, that the Jamaica Labour Party was better composed. They had their substance. Their rebuttals were great. And as a result of that, I believe that the Jamaica Labour Party won the debate tonight. It's clear. And I was listening to Dr. Nadine Spence on Nationwide, and I think she put forward a great point. That the People's National Party is, because they believe they have a bigger base than the Jamaica Labour Party, they are only seeking to attract their base. They don't care about the people in the middle. They literally don't care about they could care less about the undecided voters. And undecided voters, I am saying this to you right now. If you want a government that is sure to answer your questions and answer them properly and be mindful of our behavior, you can always trust the Jamaica Labour Party where that is concerned. But understand something. I myself, as well as you alike, whichever undecided voter is here tonight, understand this. I think we were all turned off by the behavior of the People's National Party tonight. We were all turned off. And this is the important thing that we need to recognize in a debate, Squitty. that in as much as side PNP may have been saying factual statements, I'm not saying that they were, but I'm saying hypothetically, even if they were saying factual statements, the mere fact that you behave like that for majority of the debate overshadows all the factual things you say. People are turned off by this behavior. People are turned off by the snafus and everything. We are turned off. And quite frankly, this cannot be representative of the people who call themselves an alternative government. This cannot be representative of the people who say that they are an opposition. An opposition comes with effective points, effective policy, something that rivals what the government is doing. We asked a question about the $3.5 million threshold, income tax threshold. And up to now, they have not answered the question. Whilst I do believe it was a weak question and other questions could be asked, they still have not answered the question. What programs will they discontinue to get the so-called discretionary funds? What programs are they going to remove? It is serious. Because understand this, if they are put into power, and as a matter of fact, Peter Bunting said this on the debate. It just clicked me squitty. Peter Bunting said in the debate, we will not be if we are elected as an incoming government, we will not be elected to continue what the outgoing government was elected for. Peter Bunting said that in the debate tonight. So that already as an answer to the 3.5. So that already says to me that all right, boom. So that says to me that, okay, you're definitely going to put in some taxes. You're definitely going to cut the rural school bus system. You're definitely going to cut new social housing. You're definitely going to increase taxation. There's no doubt about that. You may even just as well go back to the IMF. It says that to me. And these are the little things that I tell people. You need to look at these things. Read between the lines. Read between the lines. This should be as clear as day. As clear as day. That they do not have your best interests at heart. Because if Mark Golding can suggest 2.1, 2.3, then he suggests 3 million. And then we ask him how he will fund the 3 million. He stopped talking about it. Nigel did a whole timeline on it in Parliament as the former Minister of Finance. And there were crickets in Parliament. Mark Golding did not even respond to say how he will fund this. Now they bring a 3.5. To what? Emotionally manipulate you so that you can get so that they can get your votes. This is serious, and it cannot be that as a society we're going to just emotionally look at everything. It's high time now we stop that foolishness. It's high time. Because this emotional mindset of just taking everything emotionally and just looking at this and saying, oh my God, this is so nice. I won't have to pay any more taxes anymore. 0%. Yeah, it'll go feel good. But logically speaking, it does not do good for you in the long term. I am telling you that. I am telling you that. Because you see the amount of money that will have to be spent, the $75 billion that they'll have to spend, not 55, the $75 billion that they'll have to spend to fund that. And we don't know where they will fund it from. And then they're going to have to get back the money through some means, which means therefore if they increase taxes on businesses, then the prices of food will go up and a whole heap of other things will trigger a chain reaction. People, we need to logically look into these things because clearly we are thinking with our hearts and with our belly. And it's not doing good for us as a society. It clearly isn't doing good for us. And Squitty, I'll land with this. Just quickly, I'll land with this. persons in my inbox on WhatsApp. I posted last Saturday that, listen, the Jamaica Labour Party won the first debate, you know. I posted that. In as much as news media was saying PNP won, I posted that the JLP won. And I said the JLP won because, for me, substance mainly, it is the substance that mainly beats anything else in a debate. Style is good, appeal is good, and that's important. But substance is what is mainly important for a debate. And I said that the JLP won last week because, listen, with what I observed last Saturday from the PNP, with Damien being nervous and didn't seem as if he was confident, Sophia Fraser being she was giving the call to actions. It seemed as if she knew something, but Matthew Samuda corrected her on the beach control. Corrected her and said it was the Beach Control Act and not the Beach Access Act. The one moment she had to ask a question, she asked about the Integrity Commission, which I thought was just the wrong time for such a type of question.
All right.
And then Raymond Price came with his snarky behavior. And the whole basis is that the behavior that you display can overshadow everything that you say in a debate, in a speech, whatever it wants to be. It can overshadow the emphasis and the impact of which you want to say. If your attitude is stink and how you preach is stink, then best believe that no one wants to hear anything from you. Best believe that.
All right, I
didn't think tonight was a debate. I really don't. And I'm just sad for us as a country because the PNP is emotionally manipulating their supporters. And by extension, they're taking the rest of us as Jamaicans for idiots. I'll land there, Squitty.
All right. Navi.
Night panel and night quiz. Let me just start off by saying, sometimes I think, no offense, that Jamaica Labour Party supporters are very annoying. You guys doubt these people more than even the PNP. But anyways, when it comes on to the debate, let me start with the overall debate. This debate was very better than the social debates which I expected it to be, because I said that because I feel like it would have brought more substance to the debate, to the overall debates that's going to be going on. It would be my favorite debate outside of Mark Golan and our Prime Minister. So I really enjoyed this debate from the start to the end. When it comes on to teams, though, I think that Julian just come to a tracing match or some type. I don't know what he thought it was, but in just a shout instead of like raising points or even answer the questions properly. And I hear some people, and it's funny enough, some people are here complaining. Some people are here complaining about Julian, right, Sweetie? And I heard, and last Saturday they were praising Raymond for the same thing that we pointed out. But because they can decisively say that they lost, they are out here complaining about Julian. But they were praising Raymond for praising Raymond for the same type of behavior. So Julian, he did not come to a debate, and I agree with Tari. He was annoying me the entire time. For Bunting, I think that Bunting came out strong in the first half, but he just lead himself into a trap because his record and his achievement shows that he should not even be in an econ debate, because he's one of the direct beneficiaries of FinSac, and that will forever haunt him. So I don't even know why the PNP thought they would come on the debate, talk about corruption and talk about integrity when them have Peter Bunting on them team. I don't know. Them really take Jamaicans for a set of claffy or something. I don't know. But I don't know why would you even make that point when Bunting is directly tied to something like that? When it comes on to Keisha, she was the best debater on their team. I think that she closed down one time because Bunting showed her off, and I even texted her. I even texted her a little while and said, Auntie, I love how you debated tonight, but I think that they throw you off completely. And she typed and she said, LOL. So yeah, so Bunting is the whole reason. Bunting just threw her off. Bunting just threw her off because I said, okay. I was personally rooting her because I personally know her squitty. So I was like personally rooting for her. I said, come on, even though I'm not like PMP, but I can't fight people for their personal party preferences.
Yeah.
For our team, no, I don't. And I may be biased because I love my MP, but I don't know what JLP supporters are. The other crosses people expected anti-favor to do. She came with her facts. I expected her to speak. I expected her to speed up the question. I just wanted her to talk faster. That's all. I just wanted her to talk faster. But people are acting like she did not come with substance, and people tend to forget that debates are not about loud mouths and cursing like Tari said. It is about substance and anti-favor. She came for substance, and the JLP not putting her on her team because she's not loud mouth or whatever would not be good for optics. And I haven't heard nobody said that from night. Well, how can we have an economics debate without our finance minister? You know? Or why? Because she's not a loudspeaker or whatever. You're gonna go put her up on the team. She came with substance, and I think Dr. Dana Morris Dixon was the best debater overall, and she was our best debater. And her time management skills were superb because even me was thinking that maybe she have a clock in her head like actually ticking because she ended on point every single time.
Yeah.
But Dr. Christopherson came with exactly what we needed in the social debates other from Matthew, like actually answering the question. But I think that Dr. Thompson is a big joker because how you're going to rebut everything but one of the biggest propaganda ever from the PMP, Cornell Regional over, and I don't even know
I
why
think you get
he's
distracted by the time when the time it break and I say, oh, my time.
Squitty, no matter how much time Squitty, you don't
That's why I said that
understand how
comment.
big that propaganda is, and he's the health minister. Just like I was upset with Pernell over the BPO question, that's how upset I am over him not mashing down that lie completely, Squitty. Squitty, I don't think you understand the magnitude that people actually believe people actually believe that lie, so I wanted him to address it. But he addressed everything else perfectly. But I'm saying, Dr. Tufton, are you not going to address that? Because he's making it seem like it is true. But I think Dr. Holness will address it. Hopefully that's why the JLP isn't, going after so much propaganda, because I think the strategy that Dr. Holness will address everything, because I know Mark Golden. I can't tell you how that debate is going to go in my sleep, Squitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that the JLP is waiting on the biggest viewership, because I know it will be one of the biggest things that will happen in this election. So I think that with more viewers and more people tuned in, Dr. Holness will precisely and finally answer every propaganda that the PNP has been throwing out. But honestly, I love this debate, and I don't like when people attack anti-favor like we don't know she's not a debater. She came with her facts and she came with substance, and many people, and I think some Jamaican Labour Party supporters, they tend to feed into the hype, and they tend to feed into the cascade, and they tend to feed into the excitement. Because you guys are the most ones causing anti-favor about her about what you think she is. Many people were just saying that she came with substance, she just needed to talk fast. So you guys are making it out to be something that is not. That's only my about this whole debate, but I know it would have been better than the social debates.
Squitty, let me address remember, Squitty.
Yeah.
Squitty.
Yeah, man.
Remember say three something if you would big woman give me just let me just say three little something. One, for the people that are attacking anti-favor, by no means should you be attacking her. There's no reason to attack the lady. Let's be real here. We all know that Favor is not a speaker. Favor is a book person. We've been know this, right? Don't attack her though. Just constructively say that. Listen, her substance was well. You just thought that she could have had more conviction because, as you know, as a leader, that is necessary to bring across your point so that it seems more believable and authentic. That's one. Two. I just remember that Kisha Anderson during the debate when they were talking about FinSac. Kisha Anderson quite literally said in the debate. Well, she said in the debates apparently about how we're bringing up something from how long ago and how is that going to benefit the youths. So indirectly, she's pretty much saying that something like this from 30 odd years ago no matter. And I'm just sitting there like, huh? So, because I'm wondering if the PNP quite literally just discounted and discredited what happened to tens of thousands of Jamaicans during the FinSac era. Because Kisha quite literally said, we're speaking about things of the past that have no relevance on the youth of now. So indirectly, you're saying that it does not matter. That's what she said. Indirectly. And then number 3. For the person named Zaire Mommy, the present situation is that these are there are things that the JLP has done to improve our economy. However, past situations still hinder the ability or the affordability of the economy to do some of the things that they would like to do. I think people tend to forget that we have issues of the past that still reflect and still influence how our economy moves today. That's 2. 3. Not Mark Golding, oh Jesus. Julian Robinson's closing remarks. Yes, I remember I wanted to say that. I was saying to myself and one of my friends that Julian Robinson was trying to bank on a misery index that does not exist. And for persons who don't know what misery index means, because I don't want to throw around terms and you don't know what it means. Misery index is an informal measure of the state of an economy generated by adding together its rate of inflation. So 2 things. Informal measure of the state of a country's economy generated by adding together the rate of the inflation and the rate of the unemployment. Now you look at me and tell me directly in the face that our unemployment level is high and our inflation is high. You look at me in the face and tell me that our inflation and unemployment is terrible. Julian Robinson was trying to bank on the misery index, trying to create this whole narrative again that everything is bad in Jamaica, nobody can do nothing not go on, everybody has suffered. And I'm gonna be so real with you. After 2 years of hearing the People's National Party make that 3 years, I'm tired of hearing the same rhetoric that is quite literally not true. I'm tired of hearing it. I am tired of hearing the rhetoric, the negative rhetoric that is clearly untrue, that nothing not going for the country. When everything quite literally going on for this country right now.
Well,
and it augurs bad for the PNP. Because clearly then you are saying that you're either not seeing the realities of this country now, or you're still stuck within the era of the 70s and the 90s.
All right. Well, that's my brother. Big woman. And then I choose Jamaica and we go to Petal.
Excuse me, make Petal talk. Maybe listen because I can't talk.
All right. I choose Jamaica. I chose. So you want to say something long time?
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
What I have to say is quite lengthy, but
I'll make somebody come up and want to talk, yeah?
As short as possible. Now, the 2 debates have gone forward. Everybody have a different analysis.
while we are banking on who win and who lose, that is not the point at this point in time for me, because a government who is performing has to stand before a previous government who majority of the ministers are the shadow spokesperson on that side of the aisle has committed the highest crime in Jamaica's history among the people of Jamaica, to the people of Jamaica. And they get, from in the 90s till now, from then young till then old, they still get the opportunity to come in front of us and speak to us as if they have contributed anything to this country that is wholesome. This government should never have to stand before these people and give an account or even take a question from them. And that is the part that saddens me. If we're going to talk about the debate, the JLP won the first one and they have won this one. Why did they win this one? Julian Robinson, Keisha, and Bunting. The very sight of Bunting make my stomach full. Because this man is Jamaica's biggest eyesore. Him and him leader. They talk about integrity and credibility. And we can stay here and beat FinSac and beat the over 17 scandals that they have. These Jamaican young people now who are in the country, who are seeking better because they believe that they are suffering, or they are having challenges. They are saying that the system is designed to hold them down. And they can't buy a car like the average man. They can't, are the middle class man, they can't own a house, a scheme house. And for them, all they see is darkness around them, doom and gloom. And they have no hope that they will ever live as a decent citizen in the society. These are the people who these people are trying to appeal to. And if there's anything that I know for sure is that when a man a drown and him see a straw, him a go hang on pan it. And that is why a lot of these young people are going to go to the polls and put them X beside the bell for those who are in the PMP column who born in a PMP family, because we cannot speak
screen people. Tap up the screen. We have almost 200 people. Tap up the screen, man.
We cannot speak.
Yeah.
We cannot speak for those who born in the JLP family. Them already secure. But you have these young people who were born yesterday, we don't know what the past is like. And we are now being forced to say, throw the baby out of the bathwater. Throw away the past, because the past no matter. When, as Tari said, FinSac is Jamaica's gallows. And tonight, Julian Robinson came. Miss Julian Robinson. Last week, Miss Raymond Price came, and tonight, Miss Julian Robinson came. And a tired tongue run everybody neck. Peter Bunting came. These people came with personal attacks. Up until now, Jamaica don't hear how the $3.5 million threshold is going to work. Because they can't explain it. People are going to talk about Faval. Faval went to Parliament and gave Mark Golding and the same Julian Robinson a thrashing. Twice. And Jamaica loved her for it. So what if she came to a debate and she did not, she was not as flamboyant as Julian Robinson? You know what I think happened to Faval tonight? She started out very well. You know what happened to Fable, Scritty?
Yeah.
The audacity that those people have to come and spread them lies and behave as if they have Jamaica's best interest at heart. I just think it got her downhearted. I just think that she listened to them speaking, knowing where she's coming from and where Jamaica is coming from. I may just think it just lick her. It just demotivated her in such a way that she feel like she not even want to talk to them people. I just for me feel, because I know after I watch her in Parliament twice, she set the PMPs twice, Mark Bolin and Julian Robinson, exposed them. It couldn't be that she come to a debate and she could not deliver when she delivered a hearty budget debate. So let me say this.
Yeah, the last talk on land. We have some people not talking.
Yeah, let me say this on land. Let us not get distracted by debate and who win and who lose. Because the PMP have already exposed themselves to the Jamaican people. And Jamaicans are not idiots. The well-thinking Jamaicans are not fools. Mark Bolin went to Parliament and said he did not deliver a budget debate. What he gave was a 5-year plan. And then he went back on the political platform and spoke about budget debate that he gave. He had to retract almost everything he said. Everything that he went on the political stage and said, they have to come back and change it. He put out a manifesto, he must go back and give a supplementary manifesto. These people are tripping over themselves because they realize that all they're putting out in the atmosphere is garbage. Jamaican people, I say this to you. Do not allow these people to trick you by voting for them, because all they want is power. And when them get it, we are going to fight. You see how we depend the life of my night time. I want to know. Think about your children, your parents, and let me say this, and I'm shut up mouth. Mark Wallen say them are going to stop all of the social benefits, most of the social benefits. Think about the highways that are going to be stopped. Think about the 110 bus we buy, we are going to park up and use. Think about all these things that is in the budget that Mark Wallen said he's going to stop them in order to find the money to fund what he is saying he's going to promise. Yes.
All right, brother. Yes, land and someone. Betal. That's good. All right, there's Rick.
Well, long time here, you forgot my name.
People there before you were not talking on.
No, man, me good, man. Me good party, man. You don't know me still already, because I not go too follow up where the people must say still, because them say a lot. But the whole what we are preach is like Mark going win. Other results me are getting on. Because me here, what do you mean on a reason? They say 53 and 55 seats. So me I said then, don't only tell me say, you know, say Andrew only say go win the election. Don't want to put it in a thinking now. I say, want to think if I wonder if him go win.
No, man,
going back, we got with other response me I get from the people. We are talking about debate. If I did good, if I should not come to compete, she come to answer question, to tell we, the Jamaican people, how shall finance the country when them in a government. She don't come to compete against them, man. They will come to cause and come to attack the people and character. Yeah, Peter Bunting tell Doctor what's name again? She mind. Wait me, Tufton. So if you love FinSat business, I'm gonna run hospital. And I said, Jesus. He said, yeah man, leave your business alone. Feed them business that. That means him claim sitting up security Him claims the wrong.
You know, you're Bunting admit to them thief the money.
Yeah, man, him said him to leave it. And the man right, Squitty.
Then them a thief the money for you.
Then what we are trying to do? Tell them, ask them for confess. And yeah, the man them put it and them confess stuff. I confess, we are waiting a confess from them. Let me ask you the question. Are we waiting on a confession? Are we going to send them to jail? Or we want to make money? What we really want? We want Andrew Holness to get the third term so he can fix the problem with them done. And that's what me I tell you that we talk about for the next 9 years where we have. Because Thursday, guess who win the debate Thursday? Mark Golin. Because for since you not ask a man to commit ignorant and if you're loud.
That one, I want to say that.
No, hold on. Don't Cliff Hughes get. No man, but party. Then if Cliff Hughes said the PMP win tonight because of ignorance and loud mouth. Yeah, man.
No, that it means them literally winning.
How them do?
It means the people them in Jamaica through their minds are shallow.
So hold on, what the debate is, let's quit. True. But what the debate is about is to convince the Jamaican who never plan to vote for either side.
But hold on, you see the undecided them, the one who keep them winner, the one with a little small mind we can't think. Because people come with facts and answer the question them.
Yeah, but remember, the small-minded man.
They have sense.
Yeah, but Squitty, remember them have small-minded because them no guard for them mind, say anything we utter out. So if a man does say, me give them winnings because, me say, see there, you put your gum, the small-minded.
Nice. Not
yes. So when Mark Goldie come out Thursday and then, I and him start talking.
People are listening to facts, you know.
Them say Fairval did. Well, because I listened to her and she told me exactly how she's going to fund and spend our tax dollar the right way. Me not listen to Julian. If Julian not get no work, what me not listen to him for? Me not listen to Peter Bunting, he not get no work. And the next girl I have fair work because she a treasurer. She ever have the work because she always going to be the treasurer for the PNP party. The next two man them not get no work. So me not turn on my TV and sit down around if you listen to the man when me know nah go get no work and I summarize where them are come to. Which part? Where? When? I think, Sweetie. I know. You think when God put on him foot past something, nobody can kick it away and move it?
The master where God set already in a man can't
move it.
Amen to that, my brother. Amen to that.
So me come to listen to Dr. Tufton because him to finish him hospital there and buy some more drill and buy some more machine. And in me 1 year I spend my money.
I call propaganda about $3 million.
Paddy, I want when we done the hospital it have 20 floor. It was if we run out 300 billion.
But them not the sense, them left it and never do nothing for it, never do a thing on it for over the
right.
And if the man going to fix one thing, and the
I'm going to say the whole. But remember, I know him going to fix it, The man a better engineering report on the building. And the more them got, the more problem about come and say, yo, this don't make no sense. We don't do this. No, him as a help minister can't patch it up. It can't patch up. It have to do the right because it might be a hospital to outlive him. Because enough of them unalive left them hospital.
Yeah. That bill from is like building a brand new hospital.
You know if you milk it down, it's cheaper.
Well, that's true. Only thing them never know say how they reach so far. So they
so good. If they milk down the hospital, it's cheaper to put up back,
Yes, we agree.
But
them never plan to lick it down. Them not plan to fix what's there and find out some more
engineer two of them have if it come to perfection. But that's not my talk, Squitty. Me not turn on my TV if you hear from Julian Robinson. Him not going to get no work. Don't turn on my TV if you hear from Peter Bunting. Him not going to get no work. The lady in the middle, where the treasurer, she may still have her job because she's the treasurer at them party. Me I look on the three bright people them where me appear to tell me how you are going to fund the 25th, the 2025-2026 financial year. That no one here.
But Ian, you know, say the PNP them in a power. The hospital won't reach. Can you just patch something and
well, me glad them not in a power. So the hospital reach quickly.
You wouldn't
so
reach this one.
Yeah, but quickly, Mr. Boy not procrastinate, you know. And me I come from the mindset the two, and me I say, yo, you know, with that one back in a life, too much procrastination and put off, you know.
Yeah.
I make a job move and I say, well, like this, and I stood by where I look and I guard my mind. So when I turn on my TV, I can't tell you what the man them says, Squitty. To tell you the truth, I block them out.
Yeah.
Why you think me want to hear from a man where I know wonder if them are get them. I know them not get no work.
Mm.
I'm not talking about Jamaican people and no idiot and some fool. But the PMP, them a try convince to rise up, to come out. I know we them a talk to. So when we take up for the message and a display it, because when them talk, them forget what them say already, you know. And we know African a display it over and over and over. I mean, I say, well, okay, and just start talk about the little 9 days we left positively. So we are going to win. We up on a course where we are counted seat. All of us always stop and start talking about where they fuckery, them people that talk about them.
We talk about it because it happened today, so we just talk about it.
No, but Squitty, we can't give it a break and move on to the next topic. Come back, let's talk about GLP now.
I love how you come out strong, my brother.
Me vex man when I talk about who win and Favor this. Favor didn't come to compete, Chip. That's the natural woman, and so she stay. She count her work because she don't like to make mistakes.
Substance. Answer question.
Substance over hype. Substance over hype.
And that me come to listen to. Tell me how you plan to spend. If when I make the choice that I'm going to give you back your job. Because buddy, a job them are looking up.
Yeah.
And me say, I go give you a job, and the reason why me not to interview you too much because you have done good. So me willing to sign back your contract, but on one condition only. Explain to me how you're going to spend my tax dollars for the 2025-2026 financial year. Mr. Beswick, this is how I'm going to put it through. I say I'm going to listen. Me no plan to sign the next man them contract. So why would I want to hear them? Why me want to interview them? Why me want to listen to them? Who no want to sign back them contract, Chip? Who no want to see them get no job? So why we are listening to them? So wherever them are talk.
Take out that brother here. Look 5545.
And that we sit down and talk about who much seat we are win.
Yeah.
We are going back to Parliament.
Why Squid, Bezzy, I'm not lie. You listen to my boy Paul since night?
I mean, a 49 income still end up to.
Oh, brother, the man said we are sweet the whole of Westmoreland, you know.
Just listen to me and say the Squid, man. Who make that debate? KC, man. Buddy, right now.
Come over here, so come talk, you know.
Well, answer request. Hey, Squitty, right now.
Somebody find KC. I'm bringing him over here.
I hear no negativity the next 9 days. None.
Yeah, I true that.
No, me no want, hey, anybody with me no plan to sign them contract, me no want hear nothing from them. Me no want give them an interview.
All right, Ian. Ian, you have a glass of water, sir, are you there?
Blood clot. I never links water when I have a drink.
All right. You want water, man.
That's the first lady I big you up in a Ian and Roller Brown.
Roller Brown, I'm gonna want to look up at Roller Brown right, man. Roller Brown go listen to them, me Dan. Him go listen to them. And me say, don't listen to them. You know, plan to give them back no work. But the anytime I interview nobody, me can't know if me go sit down with you and talk with you, you know, if me not give the work, you know. Me not give Peter Bunting no work, me not give Julian Robinson no work. The young lady that don't know her, but I know she probably going to have a job because she's a treasurer. But see them three nice people over here, so the two beautiful women and the young gentleman, me I sign back for them contract.
So Ian, what may I say?
Yeah, that.
If Oprah that got turn in a museum, which part shall work?
Who that?
The key shop.
What party? Oprah nobody no work over there, no. Or else the man not up the yard over there daytime, you know.
Oh man, so up there got turn museum. The party I got done with, so which part shall work?
She can work from home.
Oh, them I run them party from them house.
Then where am I running from now? Eh? Squitty, me no want if me a come by your life, father, and you no more give me a kind of them. Me now come back to after
But guys, on see what go on. 3 persons now are in competition for the People's National Party leadership. Peter Bunting, Julian Robinson come out this evening, and Damon Crawford. Those are the 3 persons who are currently competing. But they know the PNP are losing.
Them know.
Yeah. So what they're doing now is positioning themselves so the delegates can actually look at them.
You understand? It's a long time. Right, you know.
Them a waste them time.
Hold on, I hear from this person. All right, hold on, look here.
Yeah.
This person have a name Kelly Love. Hello, Kelly Love.
Oh, hi. Night, everyone.
Hello.
I agree.
Night.
I agree with Ian. I believe that I feel like the JLP people might get a little bit downtrodden. I don't know what the problem is because the wave is still going, in my opinion. I watched the debate. We all have reviews on it, some takeaways. I believe the JLP won on substance. Absolutely. The PNP came with the bagger. On point, I hear the criticism for Favor, but my response to that is Anne-Marie Varzi tell him Anna Beautiful speaking, get the work done. And Favor do have to come out and speak, her numbers do the talking. I have never had reasons to question her ability to do the work. And at the end of the day, you know, and I get the fact that the optics may matter, but where it matters most, she not require conversation in front of the world and the country. She gets it done. And that is that. She put out the numbers. I wasn't questioning the numbers. I believe Favor and that. And who vexed about that, I forgot just deal with that. That. I found that I was very impressed with Dana. Very, very impressed, very focused, very deliberate in her response, very clear, very masterful debater. And big up Tufton. Tufton gave a balance, you know, a little bit of tracing as it was needed to combat. He came with his arguments just the same. I will say, I hated the fact that he left that hospital overspending hanging, because the PNP came with one mission, and that was to pander to their base. I don't think the PNP is pandering to the undecided. It's just to their base, and it is to spread the propaganda, because they have held on to it and they are not letting go, and that's what they came with. And so I wish that particular thing about the hospital would have been debunked, but it is what it is. I personally found, first of all, the Minister of Divine Intervention can never convince me to do anything. No man as Tufton correctly said, who can secure himself cannot convince me say him can secure me. No man who had a mandate to protect me and the country but had to turn to divine intervention and could even get it done, because him could even pray properly, because him could protect him own self, can't convince me to believe him. Nothing Bunting says has any weight, none whatsoever. So that deal with that. As somebody correctly said, Julian came out and Julian was not himself. That's not Julian. That's performative. It was fake. He came out trying to behave like a rabid dog, and it missed like some of the pettiness. You get the little giggle and you get the little laugh out of it, but it lacked something.
Hold on,
misunderstood.
Sorry to interject. Squitty, take out Johnny Kingston J.A. and Jody. I see your black sheep from one night, you know. Jody in Sexy One and Kingston J.A. You see them?
Yeah,
man. Sorry about that, Kelly.
No, it's fine. I thought, I don't know who Miss Anderson is, but I guess she was there. I guess they had to make up numbers. She was there. Whatever. I found that their approach, I think it was Keisha who said, Miss Anderson who said that pretty much FinTech was 30 years ago and we must forget it. And I was shocked by that. Because you can't tell us to forget it when I am 35 years old, and it means I am the child of people who was affected by FinTech. Like the repercussions of it is still being felt to this day. You can't come to people because what was lost? People lost their lives, people lost their families. Things that should have been transferred to us in this generation could not have been transferred because of what they did. And I found it to be rather disrespectful that the two people who benefited directly from FinTech, who are now vying to lead the country and to take control of the economy of the country again, are looking at us without any clear answer and telling us forget about it. It is dismissive and it is rude. That's just my opinion, though. Overall, I have said it this way. I don't think there's any undecided body, any people on the ground now. When you go out there and you talk to people might not express their leanings, but if you listen to them long enough, you can pick it up. And that's people's right to not necessarily express that. But I think at this point, as Ian correctly says, at this point, the JLP needs to double down. They need to debunk. But more than arguing with the PNP, they need to be pushing their messages to last stretch, and they just need to push. I don't have any reason to doubt the machinery. I don't have any reason to doubt that the party is going to win. I look at it this way. I suspect there might be one or two seats that might be in a little bit of trouble. That's just from my observation. But a win is a win, and we might have to sacrifice one or two. But largely, I don't want to say it because I don't want to put it in the ear. Honestly, I don't even put it out there the way I don't want it to be true. I keep all it close to my heart because I'm still a bang pan it, you know?
No, guys, don't say anything like that on any line. Just leave it at that.
No, that's what I'm not putting anything like that out there. That's just my thing I'm holding to me. But I don't have any doubt in the JLP pulling this off, because at the end of the day, you cannot be marketing to diehard people. And you have diehard people on both sides whose minds have been made up, right? But you see me, I am 35 years old. I grew up under PJ, Portia, Bruce, and now Andrew. I don't need nobody to tell me about Michael Manley and them people. I don't need nobody to tell me about Edward Siaga. I have gotten enough data from both parties to make my own decision. My own decision today. And most of the people in my age group can look at people and say that if people want to be honest, the country is doing better. The country is doing better. And at this point, if somebody's going to look at you and tell you that they may think it are the better, you can't change their mind again. You have to just double down and push all the way to the end. I don't have no doubt that the JLP is going to win. An election, they won't just go do the right thing. Bless up, everybody.
All right, Kelly. Skillful. Skillful one. Yo, Skillful.
Show on my family. Show on my family. Show.
Yeah.
Show, man.
Show family.
Yeah, man. Bless up. Sure. Bless up.
All right. Yeah, man. Well, I'm currently one of the indoor agents for the JLP party.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what may I say is this. Remember, the Prime Minister said clearly when right? Him say all the people them going with chaka-chakaism. So, what you expect for the company to be a chaka-chakaism when them chatty chaka-chaka? Them been chaka-chaka over the years. You understand me? I am a 45-year-old man who, grew up most of my life a PMP around the country. And I'm telling you this. I want the worst governance I ever experienced in my life. I couldn't find work. At them time I be hungry when PMP did around the country. You understand? Because them look out for them tapanars friend them business with we. Them use we when they want to get the vote. But now we have a Prime Minister we are willing to go the crease and the corner of the country, some place we may not even know in my country, we see the Prime Minister go. You understand me? So when we want to say, I'm say today upon a live, we Labourite, we need to wake up, we need to stand up. For too long, we allow the people the PMP to use things and cover down and they will call up now one corner. We need to stand up, man.
No, that them days are done, man. They right now call up again.
See, because watch it now. Watch it now.
Now,
the PMP come out. The PMP then come out and they spread propaganda. You find out say Labour start linking on their mind. Believe now in the Prime Minister, brother.
Yeah.
You understand me? Believe now in the Prime Minister.
Yeah,
I'm more what me I say go broad and live. International and locally.
Yeah.
Believe now in the Prime Minister because they can't tell you this. JLP win already. And the election will come here. I tell you that straight. Can we go someplace, in
we just believe that a year that I know I'm going to vote, then to go vote. Tell them that.
Yeah,
To tell you the truth, it's a base for what I go and spit it. I don't think nobody ever hold back for an election day, the election.
Well, I think people are come out full force.
People are going to come out full force, my brother. Full force. I don't nobody ever hold back for the election.
No, sir.
Watch me now, my general. Are the biggest landslide on go see in our election. They are telling you that because remember, when that one are drop, at the next 200 years before you hear about nobody mention PMP again, can tell you that,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they wreck down and mash up,
Yeah. Tell people to be in power for a very long time.
And listen to me. You remember when Omar Davis was Minister of Finance, right?
Yeah.
Remember Omar Davis spent 50 million, in a film constituency, thinks he might win back in seat, An election night, ambulance have to pick him up, Remember that, all the part of them PMP, ambulance go pick them up on election night. Me tell you that straight.
Heart attack.
Ambulance go pick them up. See? So nobody watch the whole part chatting with them a chat. I just chat them a chat because watch it now.
Load chat.
When PMP then lose election night, they must start war against them one another. They must start fight against because remember, I be a snake in a PMP side because watch it now. When Porsche did it, Peter Bunting, Golden, and Peter Phillips fight out Porsche, Then they go and put in Peter Phillips, then Bunting and Golden and Dayton Campbell fight out Peter Phillips. Now, Golden did it. Nobody too like him, I tell you the truth, nobody don't like him. And what is the best option for the party for now?
Yeah.
Right? But me can't tell you this, my general. All more and labor them do. Me a beg every labor, right? We are here that live here with the on live right now. Please, who open your eye for the election here? Because we can't tell you this. We can't tell. Desperate time, draw for desperate measures, brother.
Sure.
People know them all lose, you know. They know them all lose. You don't call themselves the blood and fire PMP. Listen, what if you go and look up that word there, it mean war, you know, brother.
Blood and fire,
man.
blood and fire, you know.
Anytime I'm ready, skillful.
See, so brother, we want the labor them and every indoor agent, every outdoor agent, every runner, every cluster supervisor for the JLP party walk money eye. You know, so what about the second term me work for JLP as an indoor agent. You have to lock down the whole entire space. Me tell you, come say, man come in there one vote and have the ID. What you say? Brother, every work of the JLP party.
The man come in and come
bully. Yeah, that me a talk about over the years that PMP usually win a bully, you know. Over the years, you know. It done.
Bullying, brother. Yeah, them stand up now. Stand up firm.
See, we can't tell this in a general.
All them numbers, man.
Yeah, me know, but remember this now. You know, me don't want to say this on the live, because I don't want to damage your life.
No, don't say it, my brother.
But me I say we need for work more high, me G. We need for work more high. Some things where you see, no, they're in the book. Make your voice be heard.
Yeah.
See? The last local government election, me never work. Me go down and send this bit on one place name Alligator Pan. I don't get some guy I'm say PMP a vote without no ID, nothing. Yes, I want to go and do yourself.
Well,
you understand me, General? So we want every indoor agent, every cluster supervisor, every runner who up more the eye. That's all me I tell the man them who up more the eye. Because the man them up to something, you know, me I tell them nothing, you know. The man them up to something, because the man them not going without a fight. The man them up to something. I have seen it over. Am I sixth time this me I go, you know, work for Jamaican Party as an indoor agent, you know. So I mean, no, we see one time I almost lose my life because we had transport ballot box and man drive down one of the box. That problem me I tell them, man. A problem that I there. Couldn't get none. So me I tell the man them.
Now I couldn't know what I transport them back there.
Yeah, them brother. Watch out, man. The man them pull on with 2 carrier man with be a sitting man and soldier drive on same time and be a sitting man.
No.
So me I tell you something, General.
Them not to go drive, but them have to go there. I polling station till box I left out.
Every polling station, soldier off and police have to go there.
Yes.
It's a must. Yes. You see me? Me is that a man who come on social media and talk, but when you hear me come on and talk, me G, you know what time it is, you see me?
Yeah.
You see me, man, the man them labor right, we need to stand up firm. We know we're firm, you know.
The man them to use some armors, the armors, people that carry money, doing something.
Well, I think this time I have a because the people know what I'm expecting to happen.
Yeah. See, I don't want to labor them take it lightly. I don't want to take it lightly. Because as I said before, I say it again, when I want to drop, and the next 200 days before you about PMP again, because there will be no more PMP whatever.
No, we're not. Hold on. Now, right off my part.
Yeah.
Anytime a party come to represent Jamaica, me put my hand at the ear to them. Want a Jamaica, yeah, represent.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? Because
yeah, but
we don't want
watch it now.
we don't want the same behavior for our party. Same PMP syndrome take them over.
No man, when I say that, but when me I say that, nothing wrong having to, but when one party I got damage the people and damage the country, and then like you want to come manipulate and tell we lie. No. When I go stand with you.
No, but for black
I go stand with you.
What I'm party. The two of myself we don't call black them out. I will talk again.
Yes,
we don't remember them name.
Yeah,
if you not plan to give them an interview, give them a job.
Yeah.
What they are looking for them for?
Yes, me. So when me I say is this, every laborite stand up on a foot, brother. Right now, every laborite, every Jamaican, put them focus right now. You're gonna make the right choice. You're gonna choose Jamaica. You're gonna choose the best prime minister ever walk on the ground of Jamaica. You understand me? You're gonna choose the party who will lead the country that you can benefit, your family can benefit, your pitney can benefit, your grand pitney can benefit.
Yes, I.
I'm a chef in energy. I'm a chef for 21 years energy.
Where you specialize in?
All type of dish, man. Only one to create it, man.
Oh, bad pan pork. Bad pan pork.
If you want a Smirnoff jerk pork or a lemon beer jerk pork or a soil beer jerk pork or a rum beer jerk pork.
Blood and fire, no? Pan pork.
Are you want a lemon beer brown stew fish? Which one?
Yeah, the fish, beloved, yeah.
Yeah, man, you can go on page and look, man, you see some dish, man. But when me I say me general is this.
Right party, man, right, man.
A 54 seat for me. That is my opinion. 54 seat. That is my opinion.
I know 53, me say.
They only then oh no, I see them score there. And they on the live. I talk about who win debate. Debate can't come.
Everything take time, you know, brother. Everything
no. And 9 days we have
to have a series, man. This thing just happened today. That's why we are talking about.
Yeah, but party. Oh, and so now I said GLP winning up. Who now said
like we have to be upon it all night, all day. It happened tonight.
You know my seed count how much?
About it.
Well, I mean, about your party, because nobody now go left in the
my seed count are 63, you know.
So what? The next green seat them are just over the sit on green dust. So. You know,
63.
No, you have to leave some space.
63. Basically, 63 on my account.
Hold on, you have to face reality. You have to face reality and learn that.
But the reality that enough to come true.
No, that's not reality. Nah, man. You see, Ango, you see, jungle, brother, that not change. You see, Angela Brownberg, not change.
Skitty, voila. Let me say something to you right now. I want you to listen to me, buddy, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, answer.
You say you call a place a while ago, jungle, right?
Yeah.
You would have surprised at that, me tell her. That alone.
You say jungle change. Hold man. Squitty, jungle you them their garden actually every year now.
I tell you,
Skitty,
Why you couldn't keep on that, man?
The why we are going to jungle right now, right? The why we are going to say right now. Mark Bolin could have stopped it, but he don't want to stop it. Yeah, that alone, me have said. No.
You can't stop it. You're not a power.
Yeah, that watch you now. Because watch your brother.
Can't stop the war. Because it's not a political war.
Dada,
it's not a political war.
We are not. Remember, PMP stronghold that, you know.
Yes, I agree, but I say it's not a political war.
Me know, but him have a say, can put a damp in it.
He can't listen to him.
Nobody not listen to him, that me assure you.
You know, I just tell you, say, man, I'm not taking a talk.
So when me I say to you, say, you're going to surprise Pana day there. You're going to surprise.
Let's go.
I want to know about don't mess up. I know everybody political down there. Some people don't vote. What about people don't vote? They are busy with politics.
I say, you see, them come and meet me in a city. But I'm telling you, when them a go back in, them vote now, no youth. So them say, yo, in here to understand people there.
In a way, they're scripted. Now we there, but pass too long there. I mean, feel my complete, feel my cussing, brother.
Yeah.
Right? I force me see the rule like that in a jungle space. So some patrol, brother, they were dropping their foot, go down, block off of your body, brother. And that's about main road where taxi and a vehicle drive, man.
That's pretty.
Yes, sir.
I'm back again. I just want to add a couple of points.
Some fun of blowing at somebody's phone and make some noise. Some fun of blowing at some fun in that one phone. Number 4 now. Over phone at some noise. Yeah.
You say something. You see when everywhere else we change in Jamaica, jungle and Tivoli are 2 places where none change. Based off a gang rival.
Yeah, man, just compact.
Tivoli are the PNP, brother. No, that's why I tell you, so them now go change over to the other side. And Tivoli now
PNP era where I talk about.
No, but me, I say them will change, no surprise. But me, I tell you, say over the years, I look to see that I'm that nah, no matter where, if them neglect them till die kingdom come in the nah go change. Based off a gang rival, nah change. Bro, based off a gang rival,
nah change, man. I tell the man them, brother.
Based off a gang rival, it nah change.
You have to just face reality.
When everywhere else we change, them side they nah change.
That's reality, man.
Don't be surprised, though.
Well, that good for surprises. But me know one surprise is now go happen. September the 4th. The Nancy PMP. You know government.
And that me tell you, say 63 seat we are win, brother.
Now you see some PMP people in our parliament. But hey, Chip, easy no man.
They lashes. Send a request, no brother. You keep on saying you want something to say.
But him just in the box and jump out.
Coming at the box, dear lashes. You jump out, you know. Send a request.
Pretty.
Yes, I
just want to say a couple of things. And I want to bless up the brethren, you know. Made some profound and interesting statements a short while ago. I live, there's a popular, famous Jamaican live on my street, and a lot of the times when you hear me come and drop some information here, that person is the one that fills me. I was able to predict and tell you when the election date was going to call and a couple other stuff. But one of the things that person told me today is along the line what that gentleman is saying, you know, she didn't come out and tell me everything. She was a hardcore PNP, hardcore PNP. And she's now, you know, working to get the word out for JLP. And she's pointing out some of the same thing that gentleman
is cross I talk about.
No. I'm not going to call her name. I told her several times that I've been on these shows, and I don't want to mention her name. But the thing is, I think it'd be good if one could verify. She didn't tell me, so I can't come on and say what were some of the issues. But I think that Virgin there is onto something skill. And if there's a way we
should I Virgin? We said 63.
No, man, skill. Skill was talking about he's seen some stuff happen. And I guess he says he's an insider. And what this person is telling me that lives on my road is something along that line. And it would be good if we could get persons to come on and just let people know that certain things they should look out for and be aware of certain things. Because in the dying stage, it could happen, and we need to make sure we stay on top of it. Another thing is, I've been looking at a lot of the data, a lot of the crowds, and again, as a trained engineer, that's when I found my decision about 6 weeks ago. I've been putting up in a lot of issues that the JLP will get 52 wins to 11. And I was mentioning earlier when I came on the show that I spoke to 10 individuals over the last 3 or 4 days trying to, convince them to change their mind. A lot of these people, brother Sticky, the ones who aren't that well equipped, that reads a lot and like you and them other brethren, where them really stuff and know stuff, they just hear things and they run with it. And that's all I was able to have told these brethren, say, ruler, you convinced me, they're going to switch their vote. And these people are PNP. So the key thing is these PNP tonight that listens to the debate, they listen for these lies that have been told over and over and over. And all they were listening for tonight was to hear them mention again to make them feel, okay, that's it for them. But I think, and I have no reason to believe otherwise, that we will win easily. There will be a 51% turnout, and I believe it will be a 52 to 11 seat running. So folks, the key thing is to go out and vote. Call a virgin if you can, if he's not ready to go and vote. Call a virgin or a sister and encourage them. Tell them some of the simple facts. I have learned so much on these shows. Like I say, I'm 71 years old, and I just moved back to Jamaica after living in the States for 47 years. And that's what made me so excited and looking forward to put my vote
bless up, Squiddy.
for the JLP.
Yeah, man, hold on there. Don't jump out, because you come and jump out a while ago. You want to say something, just hold on a minute. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's generally it. I just want to let folks know that, it's good to have the exuberance now, but we have to go that day and vote early, as you've been saying, by 1 p.m. And it will be a easy victory for the JLP.
All right.
Yeah, my brother. So I'm gone again.
Yeah, man. This virgin named Bill saying wants to say something for a long time. Let me hear what you say, brother.
Yeah, well, God bless up. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, man. Good night.
Yeah, no, I'm not in the island right now, but I've been watching this election being going on,
Mm-hmm.
And there is so much that we as people of Jamaica, we really need to take into clean thinking.
You're going to go vote?
Go again?
You're going to vote?
Well, brother, I really want to say no, but time is really against me at this time. I don't really have the time and space to do it because I work,
All right.
But I can say for sure, JLP is carrying the country into the best possible situation that's going to make us grow right now. When I did a little research, because I like research, I like to ask question, ask the right question. But I've been Googling and doing a lot of stuff. And I just recently I type into one of the famous chat GPT, and inside the chat GPT, I asked them a question to tell me if the PNP, right, the PNP manifesto, and also if the JLP manifesto, if it's viable, if it's realistic. And believe me, surprisingly, PNP come out as unrealistic.
Yeah, but common sense not nobody enough, because most of them have JLP. I do it already.
After the chat GPT go through everything and analyze all of the manifesto details, it says it's unrealistic in every word, and everything it explains, it show you in detail, say it's unrealistic, it can't work. They have to go raise funds. They have to go raise funds, they have to go cut back some services. And certain services where it say it have to cut back are some social services.
You asked about the 3.5?
If I ask who?
Did you ask GPT about the 3.5?
No, I asked it in detail, the entire manifesto. So basically it analyzed the entire manifesto. In terms of for the JLP.
I'm just threw it out about a week ago.
Yeah, for the JLP manifesto though, it proven that JLP manifesto is on a stable plan
and it can work. It's more realistic, and it do not provide no additional taxes. It also goes I'll go further saying that the strategy that JLP have been using is workable and is proven. So in these times and dispensation where there's information, a lot of us going around with propaganda and foolishness, and we have everything to a fingerprint where we can basically research things ourselves and think through things ourselves. We have people come in and tell us some local dopey story. This bus system, all the way who travelers overseas know that this bus system is the best bus system in the entire world.
Yeah.
You understand me I say? All we know that. We know say this is the system where most of them want we kill ourselves over for get documents so we can go in a them system and be benefited from all these public school system. And I'm saying that why we don't want to build our country and make our country reach to that status, man? Why we have fight down progression?
General, me not broke up, me not beat. I no build, the man them no want to build the country, you know. The man them does bad minds here, we are do it.
But this now, something that's going to benefit. That's why I say it not come down right now, it don't even come down to neither PNP and JLP anymore. It come down to the welfare of the country. Because right now the country is in a right now, if they switch, I'm gonna tell people, I'm gonna say within 2 years or less, any of them switch and people come with this big, large tax cut, all of them, I tell you, all of them are got ball.
Who you think I'll do that? Who you think I'll get a chance if you do that? If them not get no
money. You understand me? And we have to come out and be strong as people and look at the fact that our country need this growth. The amount of investors them right now waiting. Everything has to freeze now because of the election, but the amount of investors that we not see nothing yet, you know. Jamaica is on the brink of production, you know.
Yeah, man, if I Dubai I roll in one.
My virgin book, I got in a Sanctus bookstore sell. It was in all of the bookstore them out here sell.
Yeah.
Brother, the amount of investors them right now, them just want to hear the Prime Minister back in office. I see some things are roll out. Because at the stage of which the economy right now, it is at the stage of growth, the possibility of growth.
No,
two things, either going to either rapid growth or rapid fall. Depends on what the government do.
The Prime Minister left him phone pan index here, man. You're not going to fall.
You understand me I say? And people who do not, them now take the time out and think on the welfare of the country and I use loyalty to foolishness.
Yeah.
You understand me I say? This as serious as it is, this can set us back 20, 30 years with a bad decision.
Sure.
All of the financial projections and everybody will estimate. Then looking towards Jamaica and say, what Jamaica going to do now? Because they can't believe that Jamaica will in this position.
What set you back, Paddy? What set you back? If you can get on.
You understand? And we have to take this serious. We need people to come out and support this gender because I feel better in the country.
Hold on, man. We have to talk things in being and I say, what set you back?
Yeah, my decision to make the wrong decision for putting the wrong party.
Yeah, tell you, man.
Why we going back that way again? I'm tell you, say, when God say yes, no man can't say no.
Answer the youth question. Where am I say? Are you asking?
Me ask a question. What was said to back? Then remember, say, we ask if you come vote to do the work. You know, you see our work. We'll put the work off a little bit. And we'll come. Hey, me I run out and I come back Tuesday. And I'm quickest when I come back. You get me and say me done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning, I push out full force. You see? Nothing can stop with. That me tell you, say, me want hear the positiveness. You know why you're more negative? We go push you back. Cause me not renew up them man the contract. We not give them back no work. Ever.
That done seal already, you know.
Done. I just go where I go there, go notify myself for the people and say we're back. If I hear the man them say Andrew Wallace come back, I'm September the 4th. That's what I first heard the man say. Top Shutters is back.
Yes, man, definitely, man.
We don't want to hear we're going to set back the country. We're not supposed to preach doom and gloom.
Yeah, man. Good man.
Let's make we do that for the rest of the 9 days till next week. Next week, Wednesday. Do me a beg you. Make us preach the positiveness. No more doom and gloom. We don't want to hear.
Yeah, for real, man.
I see what's thing. If we want to say something, make it big. Glory days ahead.
Real, man.
Me don't want our skin crawl when the man them attack. We want cold bump up our skin. We want to feel the victory. 9 days before the election. You see the man call it from the 3rd. I dead them dead again.
I feel him looking over that man.
Number 10, the 10th month of September. At the 9th month, the 9th, September the 9th.
Yeah, September the 9th. Right.
Alright, listen to me. Me have one thing more I want to say before me come. Listen to me. Nomination day. Right? Nomination day was PMP 9 day. Thursday where I come with Andrew Wallace and
big funeral debate. Big funeral.
I gotta be them set up. But if for election day I gotta be them funeral.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Good man.
I them way over that, man.
Yeah, man. Let me ask you this.
What kind of suit are we going to funeral? Green suit?
No,
we're black now. We're not mourn. When we got funeral in a burn, we burn them.
Full green, man. Full green. Cremation style.
I ask Ian, when you say the man them bad mind say how we are do it, what you mean by that, Ian?
Let me answer you. Let me answer me, Dan. I know like say, them know, hey, them see say the country are growing now. Them see. Man say, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, don't talk. Don't say that. Because if we say that, like we are give them credit. We need to fix our own era, them neither. But we don't want them say, the people in the era say, Andrew, fix it. We hold back ourselves, but we can hold it out. Because when them come from the TV and talk about people are suffer, I true them attack. I feel them people them attack and them have evidence of that. Them have evidence of say me I suffer. Them have evidence, them see day to day amongst themselves, say them I suffer. You them you don't like it, you know, because you them not really suffer. You them go to look for them money, you know. You them look better for themselves, you know. But them have use curse mouth and curse down the people, you them and them start to curse Jamaica too.
Yeah, man. So, but when you say that now, when you say that now, it sounds like when you say that we you know, it's a different thing from when you say them bad man because how we are doing it. Because when you say bad man because how we are doing it sounds like say well then if we are not doing that, they're gonna do it.
Well on there. You think they mean say them are discontinue nothing? They don't mean that.
No, but listen to me. If people must start from scratch, Ian.
Some fire.
Some fire that. What them really
say? They must start from scratch.
No, them not
because
start. Them are the party as them come, them are grab them bus key there. And them say, them are 150.
Boss man, if people say start from scratch.
Ian. The bus here from the pit to them.
Ian. You read through them manifesto?
You me tell you something well on the man. Listen what me I say to you.
No, what I know. The reason why I said that, you know, what I know, the reason why I said that, because what you say a while ago, say, them not gonna stop nothing. Because the manifesto with them right, it's almost a replica.
No, PNP, you ask, man. Everything JLP come up with and start.
It's almost a replica, but them can't get the figures them together.
Yes, but
them put too much tax break in it.
Them man, you know, want no put no figures together where them want and
the next thing, next second now. The next thing, when they replicated, them are coming with digital ID, which them already voice against.
Paddy, the only problem with them vice against it because them have the intention that
for them be the first.
If and when, but the people them come and do interview now, them are asked to sign back them contract for them. The whole them are beg to sign back them contract. So when we say, all right, give me a listening ears what you plan to do if me elect you. The man can't talk to me, you know. Guess who them attack to? Them attack to the man. And I criticize them, you know. I mean, I say, but rather, me I ask you the question, you want me sign back a X to you. Me no plan to do that for you, but change my mind. And the man then feel to do that. Me not read no manifesto, and me no plan to renew no contract with them. Me read Andrew booklet 100 times over and over and over and over. It become my dad have a picture in our house in Mike and man, you know. Until we take it right now. Here me no switch it brown, you know. It just crystallize and just rotten away, you know.
All right, yes, all right, Ian. What I'm saying, based on my experience, every project that Eddie Sierra start, and most of the project that Eddie Sierra start from in the 80s and such. In the 90s, it closed down. PNP closed it down. So when they say they must start from scratch, you better believe them.
Yeah. Yeah, well on, you know.
So, we believe that.
Well on, you know, party.
Everything when we know Sierra start up in the 80s are coming up.
That's why them not get no chance.
Them close it down. PNP don't want to say the next 10 years or the next 5 years when they're in a power or whatever, whenever time. Then if you say people can't come and say Sierra do this or Andrew do this. They must close it down.
Johnny, you're right. But I will say something to you. We are them man are trying to come take a little money out of the reserve.
Yeah, but in I idea them take them and close them.
Them no plan to start over but nothing. Them to run with that, make that war.
Are we man?
Paddy, all right. What am I do with the boss then?
The man then, all right. All they used to have course. The man they got a contract. They got to have for them people. They more contract out. Have boss them not for them system. But them money I go to them.
All right. So that's the reason why me not sign no contract with them. Right. You are help me make me know say me a party. The more they tell me what them are gonna do, you know, and the more they get cross, you know. Me no want hear where them plans. Me no want see where them are going to do. Me not no interest coming.
Yes, yeah, and that's why I said, then we start from scratch. Don't trust them.
But trust come with it, party. I'm done. I ride with. Why am I count, Squitty? Tell him account.
Yeah, tell him not come. I want to repeat that.
All right, cool. Squitty say 52, and Squitty say 52.
53, me say
53. Whole trust, all credit. No, we not run no shot, boy. Yeah. You think a party shot?
I just more the two, you know. Right up this one, me there too.
Speak it out of your mouth. You will hear it.
Yeah, man, me there 54.
54. Then we are
talking. All right. And listen me. And if you
chat too much now, you know, brother. Come off from me chat. Come off from me thing and go sit down.
54 me there, you know, Ian. And listen to me, I say Ian. And right now, if the people decide to come out and vote as based on Andrew performance, maybe PNP have about 5 seats left, you know.
All right, I will say something to you. I mean, I listen to a man going on some poster. Keep that listen to it. He said GLP are coming at the race in the race with 26 seats. Now, How much you want on that to cross the finish line?
What? 26? 6?
We are going.
8 and 6. 8 and 7. 13. 7.
You want 7 to cross the finish line. And
No, I would have 6 more. 6 and 6, 12.
6. All right.
I
So
32, I cross line. 32,
we are going there with 8.
So you have 6 more.
Them are 14 seat, 2-man jump ship. One woman and one man decides so them can't take this from us. They left them with 12 seats.
Yeah, 6 and 6 there. You don't want 6 more to cross the line.
Good, 6. And them are coming with 8 safe seats. How much more them want to cross the line? Like, man, I'm going to dead for water now, you know, but hey, how much more you think them want to cross the line?
The more what, 22 or so? About, no, sir, 18.
18.
18.
We think more easier.
18 the more want.
To go 32.
18 the more want, yeah.
We think more easier if I go 32.
Yeah, man, they're not, 26 no closer, man.
So you talk about we not to trust them.
Yeah, but you can't trust them.
Them party. No, that's why we all cross the finish line before them, because we know say they're not incredible. And then we need to take it up now and I repeat the non-credible argument where them are distribute like we are crying them
No, man, nobody now cry. But nobody now cry. Yeah.
None of them and them talk about nothing about JLP.
You understand?
No
But
man on the panel talk nothing about GLP.
Tap up the screen. Tap up the screen.
I go down in the 9 days.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
We have to start.
Let me tell you something, Ian. It's if for me alone that if you talk, we not talk to. All right. Let me tell you something. I don't go on PNP platform. I don't talk to PNP. No time to go on PNP platform.
On the platform. Hey, hold on. You think one of them you can go over PNP platform and post something in them posts against what them and say them black you immediately.
Immediately. You might want to crash and all them cross and vile. Or then galang.
And when they both crash, you know. You said then you name so with a voice there. When they see him, you said then you name so with a voice there.
You see him, Ian.
Yeah, man. Let me say that, you know.
Me see him up a pavilion and sit down in a taxi more time.
I tell you, man. I said that you watch out. I just look and say, Jaja, you tell night. I go to you sit down, but I invite me.
I run off him out too much.
Angry like him, you know.
Yeah, I go like him too.
I remember saying, who make you know the youth where have the blind eye?
Yeah.
No, him make you know him.
Caution.
Yeah, I him bring him over upon your thing, you know. I was
no,
already.
Man, Caution.
No, man. When he come upon your program, when me know him.
No, I don't Caution bring him, man. Caution stopped coming a long time before that.
No, man. At night the Caution they come in when me know him, you know.
Man say when they know him. Man say when they know him. Squitty, man say when they know him.
And me and them and O'Keefe and all them and what? And other man I say them I go donate something Squitty. Them I get a out nothing. A man in my doing search party and me and all a prayer to since even me and all a prayer. I must say
you to Miami?
Yeah, we gone to Miami there. And he must say, yeah, you know, the hotel and the food. I say, hold on there. I say, daughter, send one cabbage to go get that youth for me there. And then when he call me and tell me thanks. I say 16 bills come here now. Make sure you buy some grocery, you know. Make sure you buy some grocery. I say, yeah, in 3 months, I go up here, you know, I say, party. I come check you up then. Don't worry yourself. I come check you. And none of the man them party where I talk about them I get $200 and them are don't get the youth nothing. But me not look on that party. You see me I say me done? I him to big up you, a year program when I come on, and them getting blessed as I'm telling you, say God speak through people party. Because your program a really company, you know. Because you know me take on to your program, Squitty. You know road, and the whole of we know road. I'm say that virgin, a friend of virgin just start to talk. Him come like me, where I come from the same mind. I'm saying, no, I take on to that brother program. Even can jump on and do a whole thing, I jump on and jump off. But Squitty sometimes hear me talk Squitty and I don't know chat too much. Reality we are talking, we know where we are coming.
Somebody say we send on the make him send something, Ian.
You want to send something?
Yeah, Everald Thompson. I think just inbox Ian.
Yeah. Inbox
Everald Thompson, yeah, listen. Inbox Ian Beswick.
Since even me send 1,600 give me say buy some grocery youth.
Yeah.
Buy some grocery. He can mean up the rough. They might talk about
Jamaican money.
Yeah?
But them one at 1,600 Jamaican.
1,600 Jamaican. However, say Ian.
Jaja.
Then I not joke now, make. Then people don't think that, brother. I say what I am
But I'm investing, so I couldn't send up 1,600 I give him.
Yeah, he man there not Squitty.
Yeah, I couldn't send. I'm calm because me am prayer, man. He man do him surgery. But Squitty, no. Why me do it in a party? Me want to know if a blind man can actually see again. And I say, me want to see this.
Yeah, but remember, I'm never fully blind still, you know.
Paddy, when I'm eye, them gonna take out the eye, all time eye. A film eye, them not good enough, Paddy. A two, do an eye, them a put on film, you know. Me I say, want to see this quickly, so every powers what me have, make sure. Come and say, Ian, you know, say, it's kind of short, and we talk to the doctor, and the doctor say, yo, here what I'm. Ray, I'm showing him some documents and show the doctor, say, don't worry yourself. Deal with it. And when you deal with it, we make sure the balance reach you. Because them say them can pay it in a 3 installment, you see? I'm surprised you have more than 50% down payment. But we never know to the GoFundMe we been put up after the hotel stay. You understand what I mean? So I need a little more money.
Yeah, the brother say I go to Miami in a 2 days.
Not 2 days.
Yeah, so inbox him. Ian, Everald Thompson, inbox Ian and tell him where you go there and where you do. And give him a number.
You can give a number for them film too, because I have him number.
Yeah, him can just inbox Ian, brother.
Not true, me can move till October, you know. Me go move.
Man, just tell him I go inbox you. Look for your brother named Everald Thompson.
Everald Thompson. True. I hope I respect that. I would have loved enough for the man them. Anything. $50. Anything, because right now, and them eye we are talking about now. We are talking about him stay. That hotel he must stay up there now.
Yeah.
Hotel
nobody want to contribute, can just link up, go link inbox and thing.
Nobody want to see a Jamaican youth. I don't in the Gold Street him from, you know. I'm going to check him regular down there, you know. Gold Street. But Paddy, me want to see him see again. And then I can
say. You see, man, if I have a faith like that, I'm going to see.
Paddy, man, pray to them, man, and I say, youth, hold the faith.
I'm going to see, man.
Hold the faith, youth. You have a guardian, you have an angel behind you, but don't worry yourself. Fix one of your eye. When you fix one, and me, she says, this same thing I work, I fix the next eye.
Yeah, man, I'm going to see, man. Let's have the faith there and the belief, sir.
What do you mean, Paddy, man?
Yeah.
So, at them positiveness we want to preach, I want to talk about, we don't want to hear about them. Paddy, boy, I just true. Paddy, me have bully a friend where they on that side there, you know, Paddy.
Me too.
Bully, you know, I'm a friend.
Me too. You know. Me too.
Even the same eye man, the man them give me to him, I'm say, yo, come here, man, me I beg you 50 grand. I'm saying, yeah, and see that you. Yo, yeah, you know, for bad people, you know, yeah, I'm saying, I'm not bad enough, man. But you see me, I say,
yeah.
This me want it for him, man.
Yeah.
If to the next man come and say, yeah, me know you feel no way. I'm saying, me not feel no way. I'm saying, yo, it's the next week, just come check me. If they say nothing, I say, yo, the man you reach the Africa. But me tell the man to him see, man. He come, me bet him work with me, man.
Yeah, give me a work.
Yeah, man, Mr. Paddy, you see.
You're not going to come to fruition, brother.
Yeah?
You don't come to fruition, just have to have faith and pray.
Yeah, man.
It will happen.
Somebody can them monks, man. Come monks, man.
Yeah, man, it will happen, man. You testimony that, you know.
Your Paddy, man, tell you, man.
What have you
mention
testimony?
Ask me, Daddy, you know that?
Yeah.
No, you know that.
This brother I just coming right back. Eddie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Where go on?
There, man. There, Shaban.
There, listen to you guys. I kind of have interest in Ian's speech, you know?
Respect, Eddie. Respect.
Yeah, positive. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too, you know.
Yeah, well, on the Eddie. Let me update the man right back. Ian him say is a choker, you know.
All right. So if you inbox me,
let me a choker.
You might go up if we chat. All right.
They listen to me every night. Be yourself, man. Just inbox Ian Bezwick.
Yeah. You good.
Yeah.
I meet the youth and trust me, take it to a level.
Yeah, man. Is the next year this willing to help too?
Help him, man. Yeah, man. We are man.
Everall Thompson. Remember the name, you know? Everall Thompson. I go inbox you.
Everall Thompson.
Yeah. Eddie, go on now, Eddie. I hear what you say.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Ian, come on. Even the youth that just done, he sound like he's worried. Why worried about an opposition that telling you that they gotta do something when you know your party is winning? Forget about them.
You block them out.
You block them out, yeah. God. He sound like he's not too sure that Holland's gonna win.
Who you talk about?
The guy.
Dollar. When you General Dollar.
Yeah, they're talking about the opposition. So if they win, they're gonna come. Abolish what Holland's doing. They're not gonna win, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of bull. And next thing, Ian.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah, about the youth that you're talking about, doing surgery.
Oh, the youth there. Yeah, man. We have to take a little break because they reach up now. Yeah, morning, he might do the surgery upon one eye. He might take out the eye and put in the eye. But here the problem now we have now, general. You must stay at one hotel. They know say the money we did send go give him, I really did to do the surgery. Yeah? Again, anything, we not stick up no man. But we have to eat. We have to eat something. Send go give him can probably last him for 3 weeks. You must eat. I don't know, I have to get 2 gears for you. You see me as a squitty?
Yeah. So I want to do something, but I wonder if mountain too late.
Buddy, I 3 months I'm gonna stay up there.
Okay.
My day at Christmas, so you know me want go up October, I go up the 2nd of October and give him a check and and cry and go shopping and make him, you tell him say we must come party and me and you gonna see how far. Cause I don't know how far looking up party. And tomorrow I'm gonna know about Friday or Saturday I'm gonna know how far looking up. You understand?
He not gonna see so fast.
Why?
His eyes gonna be blurry.
I mean, him Uber driver will drive him around. I tell him, say, yo, my Dan, you're going to see him because my brethren going to the same hospital, we're totally blind. And he can't see now. And he tell me, I say, yo, you have to see. You have to see, me, and make sure, say, you see. I don't like the man, them at Jamaica, we see. I say, them no see.
So mountain not gonna be late then.
Nah, man, just inbox me and I send you the GoFundMe and thing. I just send it straight to him party. Anything party. I just want to know say he must want to survive and want to survive.
And we have 535 people here on the live right now. We're looking at anyone who can want assist, just inbox Ian Bezwick.
And if them scope on it and see it, them answer say, then Ian fill up that youth, man.
Yeah.
Ian ultimately find 15,000 US and give that youth here. When I look credit, you know, and me I look right now as some assistants. One the Jamaican youth here. See.
Yeah, man.
Anything, $20, $30.
So are you blind totally?
So I'm I the man them show something in a party, man. When me see my water come out of my eye, you know.
He might come from work and the man and rob him and shot in the eye. I take
okay.
And I work in youth, he might come from work. I sit down in the bus to load and the man and come in and rob him phone and shot in the eye.
And you know how wicked about it, party, in family where him have, them just put them in an unfortunate situation that means them can't even assist him.
Yeah.
Somebody and Natasha say good job, Ian. God bless you.
You understand? So all right, so me want some God to bless you too. And bless more people.
Yeah.
I told God bless me, you know, me can do it. So more God bless you too.
Yeah, share your blessing.
So more them share it, cause you understand me. You say when my little daughter asks me, Daddy, you know him? He said, not really. Upon the program, one night my daughter asked the Christian. Come on and cast
Ian, how the GoFundMe thing work?
All right. You see, we that try to set up an account for him in Jamaica, you know. So uno put I send money to it. The man said then that don't make no sense. Because every time the man them send money I account them, draw money out of it. The GoFundMe get out of the money to you know. Because you know wickedest part quickly. You see the girl will have the GoFund. We'd have daughter say, one of them girls have about that youth foot you can't see.
The time sister?
No. The girl with them sunshine doll.
All the people in Miami?
Yeah, Squitty. You see when me go down and the girl call me and when me send the first, when she reach about 10 grand, she call me and she say, why God bless you in the youth, and you're the only youth. And me I saw that girl have voice sound like a somebody when me know so.
Yeah, I think you got to tell me the story there too.
And general, when she done and she say, you know, say me I build a house at Jamaica. I'm say, where you build a house? I want to tell me say the same apartment when she come stay, Airbnb, me have 3 apartments there so. And she tell me, I say, you know, say me know you. That one girl that me and I grew up party, man. And me I say, I mean lyrically grow. And she say, Beswick, you, and me I say, yeah, she said, from nothing to something. To me see you are give back.
That's true, man.
Yeah, give back.
Say to me, you know.
She said, Ian, I say, I don't do it up the road you did live. And me I say, you this my girl? And she said, yeah. And I said, Church, I love what you do, you know. Anyway, me can assist you what you do. So right now, we're not politician, you know, but we are do more than politician, you know.
Yeah.
By the Kirk, he go down go give my interview. Then when him do the surgery, Kirk will get them a video and send it come. They would have seen it on TVJ.
Yeah.
We have to spend 533 people online with everybody. They donate $20. I want to tell you, say, I want to tell you, say, trust me. One of the best things. You would have really. You know, use the life to beg nobody nothing. And a beg we are beg. It's a Jamaican brother. And from me, take it up in my hand.
But Chippy that asks how it work, you know, like him wants and nothing explain it.
Watch out, which part me there?
You can send it, man.
I don't know if nobody know about Cocoa Key. No, Obama's me there, but which part me there right now? It's a private island me there on Royal Caribbean own it.
Oh, okay. So
them now have nothing to do over here so for the government. No bank, no Western Union, no shop, no store, nothing, car. We get everything free as an off our ship. You see me?
Oh, so you don't wouldn't know how to send nothing.
No, no way if you send off nothing. You see? Because in our day,
you have the man a yard where can link me and give me something and me transfer it. You know, I don't know anything.
Tell you the truth. I don't know if you're that go where me I go where me there.
Which part that?
In a garden.
What part do you mean you talk? What's the move?
Enough labor right free the garden in the yard.
Alright.
I don't know where them afraid of down there and the safest garrison in Jamaica.
Chip.
Yeah.
If you were to ask certain man a garden and them tell boy, man say, yo, I'm busting enough for the youth them boy in our business.
Yeah.
Because we drive through garden short cut garden tap in the garden. Man, tap 10.
Say if you want to share the go, but I don't think you can share for the TikTok, because TikTok not allow them to me.
Sometimes they have to inbox me.
Yeah. Everybody not going to share for the TikTok, not going to allow that for them thing there. You just
inbox me, I send a number.
Yeah, just inbox him, everybody. As he say, interesting.
I'm just WhatsApp him, the youth. And
yeah, him interesting.
Your body is a big move. When I come back and see him too high, everybody can say, yo, a sister you can see. Miracle.
Yeah. Yeah, man, greatness that, man. Greatness that, man.
You talk, man, talk positive, man, greatness.
You want to make a last stop before you go, eh?
It's a best Right, sir. I love your passion tonight. I love how you sound. I love the clear, the quality. I love everything we are saying tonight. So good.
All right, my Dan. It's a J Vibes. What we are trying to say.
My contribution still.
Yeah.
So I am going to. You can inbox me a number, and I send my contribution. All right.
Yeah, man, party, man.
J.A. Vice. Yeah, and J.A. Vice. There's no two and water, J.A. Vice.
J.A. Vice.
Ian. Mr. Beswick.
Yeah,
You're in the States?
Huh?
Ian.
You the States?
Yeah.
No, man, me a yard man, me the man. Oh, yeah, man, I saw that yard, man. I'm telling you the way I'm
Ian.
If me left and go a Central Kingston, drive through Tel Aviv, drop on a south and go check the youth.
Ian.
So I'm not one year. So basically, I say, there, man. Where I go, I check the little youth one and say, him can't see myself. And then block the road, and the man then pull the road for me. And the road gone, and my virgin them roll through.
Mr. Beswick, no problem. I'll make sure that reach to you, in some way, some shape, some form.
Just inbox him, man. Send a number and link you on.
The link.
No trouble.
I'm inbox the link. I just give it, man, and just come and send that and miss a party.
Ian.
No
thing going on the platform, man. People help people and things.
Ian.
Yo.
Since you're in Jamaica, I'm going to just WhatsApp it to you.
Yeah, man.
Is that fine?
I mean, if that's fine, party, man.
Yeah, just send me your WhatsApp number and then WhatsApp to you. It's easier. Because I'm not in Jamaica, I'm in Canada.
Take the man a number now and then
inbox him. All right, Eddie, inbox me your number.
Yeah, man. And then we
send it to Beswick. Me make Beswick get it. Can you inbox me?
Yeah, man. Man
okay.
Send me number.
Yeah, man. Anybody want help, just inbox me with the number, whatever, and me can make Beswick get it. I'm have him link.
A real thing, man. Me done, man, and trust me.
Yeah.
Doubts, party. When the mood call me, it's like I tell me say,
Squitty have my number, right? So you can just make him. You can send it to him as well, right?
You did give me a number, right? I think so.
Man. I did.
Huh?
Yeah, man, I did. Mr. Beswick, I go to sleep at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, man.
If you depend anyway, we follow your party, man.
No trouble, man. No trouble. That's good.
Yeah, man. Positiveness we want to talk for the rest of it.
Yeah, man. I like how you sound. Me type that in the comment a while ago. I love how you sound. You sound good. Like we're looking.
Never go look at me, see.
Next week, Tuesday.
Inbox about the number. Come here, go search it, because so much people send number.
No trouble.
Yeah. Try to send it back.
I'll do that. But to my hands, I'm kind of a little bit busy right now,
Well, not much right now. All morning.
All right, that's our word. Cool.
Yeah, man.
I'll do that.
Respect J advice. Respect.
Yeah, man, that's our word.
Yes, Sassy, same youth there where we talk about. Yeah, man. Same youth, Sassy. Yeah. Man, make some.
Number, man. No, him rich, and him a tomorrow man in the first.
Yeah. So anybody wants this, you know, just link up and thing.
I mean, I tell a man say, me do much. Me hold it more me I go do. I'm telling you, me want to see that I fix one. And for you to fix one, you're good. You fix the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I father work through you, man.
Yeah, man.
Enough man feel say them have to be Christian and go to church every day if God work in them, you know.
That's true.
God work through your goodness out of your heart or your go, you know.
Let me ask about a virgin and boomers. I say, well, and let me and boomers that just don't talk and me hook you up chill. Hey, boomers tell about me.
Yeah, man.
I say, yo,
you're the only man who link when in a situation, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I calm youth, you know. I'm going to just easy and calm, you know.
You better.
Let me book my swim stay, man. I really, man, come on.
Yeah, man. Enough man say that, you know. So, by, I saw me stay, man. So God met me, you know. God met me that way there.
Yeah, at 1 o'clock we go jump off still, you know.
We just bless up to the little.
After 1 now. So there them can't give me them last word there. Look at that last word there.
I'm give me last word. Because I have a pack my suitcase. Because I move a man.
Yeah.
Want give them the say. So no one sticky.